Hi, can you introduce yourself and say where you're from?
My name's Phoebe. I'm from China.
And when did you come to Japan?
I came to Japan right before COVID. It's like 4 years ago.
Do you feel like you were responsible for the spread of COVID to Japan personally?
No shit. I'm the victim of the fucking COVID.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about Japan since you've been here?
I think it's people's attitude. Like, no matter what weird things you do, people don't give a shit.
Do you do for work in Japan?
Freelance model and also freelance photography.
Have you had any interesting experiences while modeling?
Last month, I did a shooting for Nike, which is kind of interesting. It's my first time shooting for big, major sports brand.
How do you get these jobs?
I have an agency.
So, when you belong to an agency, is there any restrictions in the type of work you're allowed to do?
Not really, but it really depends on what agency you sign up for. If I want to change my hair color, I should just let them know ahead instead of like I tell them I'm black hair, and then when I show up for the client, oh damn, I'm blonde.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever experienced in Japan?
When I first moved to Japan, I live in this neighborhood where the famous horror movie was filmed, and sometimes when I went out at night, I feel being followed, but not really, if you know what I'm saying.
What specifically is haunting it?
Do you know the famous Japanese The Ring? The neighborhood I lived back then is where the actual accident happened. The real story happened. I kind of believe in supernatural, so yeah, I think it's haunted.
What else do you believe in?
Not God.
Do you believe in the importance of marriage?
That is kind of deep. I'm only 21, dude.
How do you feel about gay marriage?
Big fan.
Big fan.
Yeah, but I don't see many lesbians in Japan, or not in Shibuya at least, which is kind of weird.
Can you tell if someone's lesbian?
Normally I can tell, but it's hard with Japanese people because basically all the girls is very feminine.
Have you met any Japanese lesbians?
When I went to Shinjuku Nichomen, there's some lesbian bar I went to, and there's some lesbian in there. But normally, I don't think I can tell people is a lesbian when I just meet them on the street.
Are you a lesbian?
Hell yeah, I'm bi. But I think my girlfriend turned me into a lesbian.
Oh, interesting. So it's kind of fluid.
Yeah, I believe sexual orientated is fluid.
Do you feel like Japan is a good place to be for LGBT people?
For sure, like I mentioned, no matter how weird you are, people don't really give a shit about you. So even though you are being a weirdo, you can be accepted, or you can still fit in society here.
Have you ever or seen anyone be discriminated because of their sexual orientation in Japan?
As people who also work in the fashion industry, bi, lesbian, gay is kind of common, so I don't think I have ever seen any discriminate towards the LGBTQ community.
Do you think Japan or China is more accepting?
It really depends on the area. I think Tokyo is definitely more acceptable. I think Tokyo is definitely more open to any community, but in China there's a specific city called Chengdu, which is basically the city of gay. So yeah.
Interesting. Is there any social change you'd like to see happen in the world?
Definitely more feminism movement. I feel it's needed in Japan or in Asia in general.
Do you think that women are discriminated against in Japan in some capacity?
Sometimes, because I don't believe in the housewife culture, and it's kind of a major marriage sub-rule in Japan.
How do you feel about Japan's falling birth rate problem?
I think that's good. It's another way to show the feminism movement is taking the progress.
So you think it's a good sign? It's indicating progress for women.
Yeah, why not? If there's not many people there, you don't have to fight over a job. I mean, unless the foreigner come to Tokyo and take your job. I mean, in Japan, as a Japanese, you don't really have to worry about getting a job because many positions is opening. Basically, everywhere is hiring. I think the lower birth rate definitely contribute to that.
But aren't you concerned that Japanese people will just cease to exist over time?
I don't think so. Someone will occupy Tokyo. Someone will occupy Japan. It's not a problem. We'll find a solution for sure.
Okay, I sense a Chinese takeover incoming.
Nah, we cannot handle this hot.